But Isabella refused to leave. The assassins are still out there. I'll guard you all night. Levi could only sigh and accept it. The room fell silent. Levi closed his eyes. But no matter how tired he was, he couldn't sleep. His eyes suddenly opened. Wait, that was a Minecraft mechanic. Players can't sleep when monsters are nearby. Which meant the assassins were already inside the mansion. Without making a sound, Levi opened his inventory. Iron armors, iron sword, shield, fully equipped in seconds. Now the hunters had no idea. Their prey was armed. Levi whispered, Isabella, I'm thirsty, can you get me some water? She stepped away from her guard position. Exactly as Levi planned. If the assassins were watching, they'd think this was their chance. Crash! The window exploded. 7 masked assassins stormed into the room. At the same time, every magic lamp was destroyed. The bedroom plunged into darkness. Kill the 6th prince. Isabella's battle aura erupted instantly. L'ennemi attack. The assassin's first attack failed. The ones Isabella cut down suddenly turned into paper dolls. Paper dolls substitute. They were only decoys. While Isabella rushed to protect Levi, the remaining assassins blocked her path with dagers and charged straight for the prince. But instead of panicking, Levi kicked off his blanket. He was already wearing full iron armor, holding an iron sword and shield. The assassin stabbed his chest. Clang! The blade couldn't even pierce the armor. Who sleeps in armor? Before he could react, slash! Levi killed him in one hit. Even Isabella froze. When did your highness put that on? The assassins realized the truth. Levi wasn't some useless prince. He was at least 2nd tier. All 5 attacked together. Isabella unleashed heroic strike, instantly cutting down 2. The remaining assassins tried to escape. Triple slash. 3 more fell. In seconds, the room was filled with corpses. Levi smiled. Nice work, Isabella. But before she could answer, a black figure appeared between them. The assassin captain. His real target had finally revealed himself. He activated a 3rd-tier water elemental scroll. A giant water monster burst into existence, trapping Isabella and everyone else outside the room. Now, Levi stood alone against a 2nd-tier assassin. The captain attacked with blinding speed. Levi blocked with his shield, but a few strikes slipped through. HP 20 right arrow 18. Seconds later, HP 2020. His Minecraft regeneration restored everything. The assassin frowned. What kind of monster are you? Levi swung back repeatedly. Every attack missed. The captain laughed. Your swordsmanship is terrible. Levi grinned. Maybe, but I'm still a PvP pro. He suddenly pulled out a cobblestone. The assassin charged. Thud. A stone block appeared directly in his path. He smashed his shin into it and stumbled. Levi slashed immediately. The captain barely twisted away, avoiding a fatal hit. So you can dodge that. Levi jumped. Block. Jumped again. Block. Again. Block. In seconds, he built a tall stone pillar beneath himself until he stood near the ceiling. Looking down with a smug grin, he pointed his sword at the furious assassin. Come on. If you can, come kill me. Levi's stone pillar left the assassin captain completely stunned. He sprinted up the pillar to attack. But Levi's sword strike blasted him back to the ground. Furious, the captain threw a barrage of daggers. Levi calmly blocked everyone with his shield, while casually eating a baked potato. His hunger bar instantly refilled. The captain nearly exploded. My target is eating during our fight. Soon both realized they were stuck. The captain couldn't reach Levi. Levi couldn't land a finishing blow. Meanwhile, Isabella was still trapped by the Tier 3 water elemental. Then Levi remembered something. A water elemental is still water, right? He quickly crafted an iron bucket, then tossed it toward Isabella. Use the bucket to scoop up the water elemental. Everyone thought he was crazy, but Isabella trusted him. She picked up the bucket and scooped. Whoosh! The giant water elemental was instantly sucked into the bucket. The entire hallway fell silent. Even the water elemental looked confused. Water elemental, oh. The magic scroll lost its power. The monster instantly turned into ordinary water. With Isabella finally free, the assassin captain knew he had lost. He smashed through the window and fled. Isabella chased and landed a triple slash, injuring his leg, but he still escaped into the night. Levi climbed down, reclaimed his cobblestone pillar, and sighed. No assassin, no water elemental. What a waste. Then a loud scream echoed from the back garden. Bang! What the hell? Who dug such a huge hole back here? The screams led everyone to the back garden. There, at the bottom of Levi's mining pit, lay the injured assassin captain. While escaping in the dark, he had fallen straight into the 5-meter hole. Trist laughed so hard he nearly lost his breath. Your Highness actually caught prey with a mining hole. The captain was furious. Who dug this stupid hole? Levi smiled. I did, specially prepared for you. The assassin almost coughed up blood. Everything had gone wrong because of this prince. Trist suggested interrogation. The captain immediately shouted, I'll never tell you anything. Levi clapped. Very loyal, then there's no need to interrogate you. On what? Everyone froze. Instead of questioning him, Levi simply analyzed the situation. The 7th prince would have erased all evidence already. Even a confession wouldn't prove much. So why waste time? Levi had a simpler plan. Leave him down there. When he's starving, thirsty, feverish, and desperate, we'll talk. Then he sealed the pit with a cobblestone block. The assassin was left in total darkness. His mind broke. This wasn't how interrogations worked. Wasn't he supposed to resist, negotiate, and trade information for his life? Why wasn't Levi following the rules? Day 1. Levi trained swordsmanship with Isabella. Day 2. More training. Day 3. Even more training. Meanwhile, the assassin sat alone in darkness. His leg wound became infected. The fever worsened. No one came. No interrogation. No torture. No negotiation. Nothing. Finally, his psychological defenses shattered. He screamed toward the surface. Let me out. I have information. I know about the northern frontier's fall. The workers above jumped in fright. For a moment, they thought a ghost was haunting the garden. Pete quickly calmed everyone. It's just the captured assassin. The workers shrugged and went back to growing potatoes. Eventually, Pete reported the news to Trist. After 3 days of silence, the assassin had finally broken first. Levi trained with Isabella for 3 days while she stayed by his side to protect him from any remaining assassins. His swordsmanship improved at an unbelievable speed, allowing him to match Isabella after she lowered her strength. Even Isabella was shocked. "Your Highness, your talent is unbelievable." She then taught him the knight's breathing technique, a method of syncing one's breathing with the surroundings to greatly improve speed, strength, stamina, and reactions. Isabella guided him personally, asking him to copy her breathing rhythm. The moment Levi followed her breathing, he instantly entered the state. The Steve physique treated the technique like another Minecraft skill, allowing him to master it almost immediately. Isabella was left speechless. Just then, Trist rushed onto the training ground. The assassin finally broke. After accidentally interrupting the lesson, he reported that the captured assassin captain was begging to speak, but only if Levi came personally. Levi smiled. Perfect timing. He wanted to test his newly learned swordsmanship and breathing technique. "Isabella, if I fight that second-tier assassin now, what are my chances?" She answered without hesitation. "At least 90%. Levi grinned. "Looks like I just found the perfect sparring partner." Meanwhile, trapped inside the dark mining pit, the wounded assassin captain suddenly shivered. Without knowing why, he felt an overwhelming sense of danger approaching. The captured assassin captain, Velos, was finally pulled out of the pit after 3 miserable days. He revealed what Levi already knew. The mastermind behind the refugee crisis and assassination was 7th Prince Richard. Levi was unimpressed. "Throw him back." Terrified, Velos quickly revealed his real secret. A mysterious black dragon with purple eyes was leading the monster tide. Its purple breath transformed humans into teleporting monsters with glowing purple eyes. Levi immediately realized. The Ender Dragons. The transformed humans were essentially Endermen. Velos warned that infected refugees could become monsters at any moment and begged for his freedom. Since the information was valuable, Levi honored his oath. He healed Velos' wounds, untied him, and released him. Relieved, Velos believed he had survived. But the next moment, Levi equipped his full iron armor, drew his sword, and activated the knight's breathing technique. "I kept my promise. I released you. But as Lord of Wintertown, I now declare you a wanted criminal." Velos realized Levi had obeyed the oath while cleverly avoiding its loopholes. Furious, he charged toward Levi, believing escape would be easy. This time, Levi's swordsmanship had completely changed. 3 days of training allowed him to match a second-tier assassin. One clean slash. Velos' neck was cut open. Begging for mercy, he offered absolute loyalty. Levi simply shook his head. "You don't regret your actions. You only regret losing." With one final strike, the assassin captain died. Levi had won his first true duel against a second-tier professional, proving his rapid growth and learning the terrifying truth: the Ender Dragon was behind the northern frontier's fall. After losing contact with the assassins, Prince Richard realized the mission had failed. Instead of worrying, he smiled. Hidden among the refugees were people infected by the Ender Dragon's breath. Soon they would transform into monsters and destroy Wintertown from within. Meanwhile, Richard ordered his men to hunt down a group of escaped demi-human slaves, including a captured demi-human princess, while executing the arena manager for letting them escape. Back in Wintertown, Levi gathered Isabella and Trist after learning the truth about the Ender Dragon. He explained that the purple-eyed monsters were Endermen. They can teleport. They hate water. They attack after transformation. Levi suspected the transformation was similar to a negative status effect in Minecraft. If that was true, milk might cure it. He immediately headed for the pasture to test his theory before more refugees transformed. At the refugee camp, life had improved dramatically. Stone houses, hot food, and clean water had reduced deaths to almost zero. The refugees praised Levi as their savior every day. But the infection had already begun. Inside one shelter, a sick woman suddenly developed purple eyes. An overwhelming urge to kill consumed her. She grabbed her own son by the throat. Just as the boy was about to suffocate, Isabella burst into the room, knocking the woman away and pinning her to the ground. Levi rushed over, helped the frightened boy to his feet, and calmly said, "Don't be afraid. We're going to try everything we can to save your mother." Levi and Isabella arrived just in time to stop an infected mother from killing her own son. Her eyes had turned purple, and her body was slowly transforming into an Enderman. Levi quickly pulled out buckets of fresh milk from his inventory. While Isabella restrained the woman, Levi forced her to drink the milk. Seconds later, the black corruption vanished. Her purple eyes returned to normal. The dragon's breath infection was cured. The mother regained her senses and tearfully reunited with her son. Levi realized his theory was correct. Dragon's breath syndrome was treated like a Minecraft negative status effect, and milk removed it instantly. The grateful mother revealed her name was Marina, while her son was Joe. She explained that her husband had died protecting them from a black teleporting monster at the northern frontier. Levi immediately gave new orders. Marina would help identify infected refugees. Trist would supervise the milk distribution. Isabella would lead the knights to search every shelter and restrain anyone refusing to drink. Every refugee had to drink the magic milk before the infection fully transformed them into Endermen. Wintertown launched a massive rescue operation. Watching Levi save thousands of lives once again, Trist finally understood. The useless prince everyone mocked had never truly existed anymore. The Levi standing before him was a leader capable of changing an entire kingdom. Levi announced free hot milk for every refugee. While Trist distributed the milk, Levi and Isabella searched every stone house for dragon's breath patients. Anyone showing purple eyes was restrained and forced to drink the milk. Within minutes, dozens of infected refugees were cured. But then Levi found one that was too late. A fully transformed Enderman stood silently inside a stone house. Levi immediately warned everyone, "Don't look into its eyes." The knights lowered their heads while Levi stepped forward alone. He attacked first. The Enderman screamed and instantly teleported behind him. Clang! Levi blocked the surprise attack with his shield. Teleport. Block. Counterattack. Teleport again. Block again. The flawless exchange stunned every knight. Even Isabella realized Levi fought like a veteran who had battled this monster countless times before. After one final strike, Levi's iron sword pierced the Enderman's chest. The monster let out one last scream before collapsing. Achievement unlocked, Monster Hunter. Only Levi could see the glowing experience orbs. EXP +5, level 35. Then another reward appeared on the ground. An Ender Pearl. Levi smiled as he picked up the priceless teleportation item. His first Enderman hunt had been a complete success. Levi stored the Ender Pearl before continuing the rescue mission. The remaining dragon's breath patients were cured, while Isabella defeated 3 more Endermen after quickly learning their attack patterns. By sunset, 157 infected refugees had been saved. The last patient, a little girl, recovered after drinking Levi's magic milk, leaving her mother in tears of gratitude. Watching Levi risk everything to save complete strangers awakened something inside the knights. One by one, they knelt before him. Instead of serving only the northern frontier, they swore their personal loyalty to Levi Charles. Levi accepted them with a simple order: save as many people as you can. His words only deepened their respect. Afterward, Levi arrived at the refugee camp where Trist had successfully given every refugee hot milk, preventing any hidden dragon's breath infections. Standing before the thousands of grateful refugees, Levi gave only one command. As long as I am Lord of Wintertown, no one will die from hunger or cold. Live like human beings. The camp fell silent. With the refugee crisis, assassin attack, and dragon's breath syndrome finally resolved, Wintertown flourished once again. The rescued refugees were granted freedom instead of becoming serfs, while Levi employed them to farm potatoes with growth powder, quarry stone, and help rebuild the town. Stories of his miraculous growth powder and magic milk spread everywhere, making his reputation soar. Among the townspeople, however, a disguised spy quietly gathered every rumor. After recording everything about Levi's achievements, he used a magic carrier pigeon scroll to send the report back to Winterhold. Meanwhile, Richard eagerly expected news of Levi's death. Instead, Lancelot handed him the spy's report revealing that Levi had not only survived, but solved every crisis with mysterious items like growth powder, cobblestone, and magic milk. Richard refused to believe Levi could accomplish such miracles alone. He concluded that an incredibly powerful alchemist, possibly even a legendary fifth-tier professional, must be secretly supporting him. Enraged, Richard destroyed everything in his room and ordered his spies to discover the mysterious expert's identity at any cost. Gold, territory, women. He would offer 10 times whatever Levi could. Before leaving, Lancelot delivered another report. The escaped demi-human princess had fled into a forest only 10 kilometers from Wintertown after her escort was defeated. Richard coldly ordered his men to capture her alive, determined to vent all his hatred on her. Back in Wintertown, Levi continued training his breathing technique and swordsmanship, hoping to break through to first-tier swordsman. After training, he found Isabella and the knights fully armed. She explained that woodsmen had discovered traces of a suspected second-tier magical beast in a nearby forest, and the knights were preparing to investigate. Hearing the words second-tier magical beast, Levi became excited. After days of sparring with Isabella, he wanted a real life-or-death battle to sharpen his skills. He immediately volunteered to join the mission. Isabella agreed, believing real combat was necessary for Levi's growth. Before she could even finish telling him to put on his armor, Levi instantly equipped his full iron armor, sword, and shield from his inventory. The stunned knights could only stare as Levi smiled and urged them forward. Let's go. Okay, that's the end of this part, but I promise there's much more to come. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing so you don't miss the next part.